Welcome to our Magic Book Day 10. Welcome, Pram.
Hi, Hi, Prachi.
Hi. The others will keep joining, but I think let's start.
Yeah, exactly.
So day 10, Magic Dust, everyone. So we have a station scene of London station where everyone is going, so it's for the masses. And let's read about this, how we can sprinkle this magical dust for everyone. So Saint Ambrose was born in AD 340, crossed over in 397. He was a theologian and a Catholic bishop. He said, no duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. So it's one of our inherent qualities and duties that we must say thank you. And not just for things that we receive, but for a lot of other things that we can't see. So let's read this chapter to understand that concept a bit more. Ancient spiritual teachings say that we give to another person with a full heart, that what we give to another person with full heart returns to us 100-fold. So being grateful and saying thank you to another person for anything you receive from them is not only urgent, it's vital to improving your life. So very important for us to, if we say with a heart, like we don't just say it from our mouth, we feel it from our heart, it comes back to us in a very huge way. It's very important and vital for improving the quality of our lives. Gratitude is a powerful energy. And so whomever you direct gratitude's energy towards, that's where it goes. If you think of gratitude's energy looking like sparkling magic dust, and when you express gratitude for another person in return for something you receive from them, you're literally sprinkling them with the magic dust. The most powerful positive energy in magic dust reaches and affects whomever you sprinkle it on. Most of us make contact with many people every day, whether on the phone, through emails, or face-to-face at work, in stores, restaurants, elevators, buses, trains, and in many cases, the people we make contact with deserve our gratitude because we are receiving something from them. So whether it's services or whether it's technology that gets something to us, ultimately when we're the recipients of some service, some gesture, we have to be grateful rather than taking it for granted or rather than thinking that, we've paid the money, so obviously we will get it. No, we have to be grateful. That's what we've been guided and taught. Think about the people you encounter on a typical day who provide you with some kind of service, like those working in stores or restaurants, bus or cab drivers, customer service people, cleaners, or the staff at your work. The people who work in service are giving themselves to serve you, and you're receiving their service. If you don't say thank you in return for their service, then you're not being grateful and you're stopping the good from coming into your life. Think about the maintenance workers who keep our transport systems working safely and those who maintain the service of utilities, such as electricity, gas, water, and our roads. Think about the cleaners of the world who clean our streets, public bathrooms, trains, buses, airplanes, hospitals, restaurants, supermarkets, and office buildings. You can't personally say thank you to all of them, but you can sprinkle them with magic dust by saying thank you next time you pass one of them. And you can be grateful next time you sit at your clean desk or walk on a clean sidewalk or across a polished floor. So I'd like to share something about this. I don't know how many of us are thankful for the people who would have planned our colonies. Then, the lines were put in, they were dug, they were made, that's why we get gas, that's why we get electricity, that's why we get water, because it was very well planned by somebody. And now we're reaping the benefits of all of those utilities. Now, whether you think it's taken for granted, you're paying for it, but somebody's paved the roads and made it for us. This cleaner in my colony where I read the magic book in the pandemic, I would do a little walk, when we were allowed to. And I asked his name and every day I would thank him. And he was like, I worked for 25 years in this colony. Not a single soul has asked me for my name or did namaste to me apne aap se. We do namaste is different. They never do that. So I'm so grateful for this book that it taught me to recognize these beautiful bhaiyas and didis who work on the roads, because it's so beautiful that they are actually going all out. If in the pandemic, you probably saw it yourself. If your streets weren't clean for like 6, 7, 8, 9 days because Staff wasn't allowed to come. There was zero movement. And how do they look? So just see how these people run the show, these hospitals, these restaurants. So this book made me go so deep down to understand, oh my God, look at it. And we took also granted, we never thought about it. So now, whether I don't do it physically, but in my heart, I just keep sprinkling them with magical dust and saying thank you, that their lives become magical. And in the process, mine becomes so much more magical. So anyways, let's go on with the chapter. When you are at a cafe or a restaurant, sprinkle magic dust by saying thank you to each person as they serve you. Whether cleaning the table, giving you the menu, receiving your order, filling your glass with water, serving the meal you ordered, clearing the table, giving you the bill, or giving your change. Remember to say thank you every single time. If you are in a store or supermarket checkout, sprinkle magic dust and say thank you to the person who serves you or packs your groceries. If you're traveling by plane, sprinkle magic dust by saying thank you to the check-in person, the person in security, the person who checks your tickets as you board, and the cabin crew who greet you as you enter the plane. During the flight, say thank you to the cabin crew every time they perform a service for you. Serving drinks and food or removing your plate or trash is a service. The airline thanks you for flying with them. The captain thanks you and the crew thank you. So do the same and thank them as you leave the plane. And every time you take off and land at your destination, say thank you, because the fact that you can fly is an absolute miracle. So of course, we are privileged and blessed to be flying. So many people don't even know how the experience of flying is. And every time we've landed, we've never been in a so much could happen. So how wonderful that we've taken the flight and we've landed. What a beautiful thought. Be grateful to those people who assist you in your work, whether they're clerical staff, receptionists, canteen staff, cleaners, customer service people, or any of your work colleagues. Magic dust them with all and say thank you. All of them are doing your service and they deserve your continued gratitude in return. Store assistants, waiters, and waitresses work very hard to serve people. They've chosen a job to serve other people, and serving the public means encountering all kinds of people in varying moods, including those who are ungrateful. Next time you are being served by another person, remember that the person who's serving you is a precious daughter or son to parents, an irreplaceable brother or sister to siblings, a mother or father to a family and children, and a loved and adored partner or friend, and they deserve your kindness and patience. So, at times, you may encounter a person in service who behaves rudely towards you or doesn't give you attention you think you deserve. It may be more challenging to be grateful in these situations, but your gratitude cannot be dependent on another person's behavior. Choose to be grateful no matter what. Choose magic in your life no matter what. It might help you to remember you don't know what difficulties someone might be going through at that time you connect with him or her. They may be feeling unwell. They may have just lost a loved one. Their marriage might have ended, or they may be in desperation at a tipping point in their life. Your gratitude and kindness might be the most magical thing that happens to them that day. So, this makes us realize when we go to restaurants, and if the server isn't serving us, we tend to crib, complain, or we tend to call them like, just that they're also family. So imagine if a lot of children, work in restaurants abroad because they just want to feel that need and they also earn their bit. And I think it's so important to be grateful to everyone. The attitude abroad is different, in India is different. So I think it just makes us realize a bit more, and maybe we can extend this to our children as well. So Philo of Alexandria, born in 20 BC, passed away in 1850, a philosopher said, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle." If you thank someone on the phone for his or her help, don't throw away your thank you. Instead, give the reason why you're grateful. For example, thank you for your help. Thank you for going out of your way for me. Thank you for giving me so much of your time. Thank you for resolving the situation for me. I'm very grateful to you. You will be amazed at the response from the other person when you do this one simple thing, because they will feel your sincerity. When you say thank you to someone in person, look at his or her face. They will not feel your gratitude or receive your magic dust unless you look directly at them. You've wasted an opportunity to help that person and to change your own life if you say thank you to the air, or say thank you as you're looking down, or thank you while you're on your cell phone, because you're not really sincere when you do that. So a lot of us just throw thank you, thank you. Somebody's got us water, thank you. We don't even look at the eye, we don't even look at the name card if you don't know, and we just don't say that. So yeah, this book teaches us to be grateful, like really be grateful and look at the person's eyes and say thank you, stranger or known. A couple of years ago, I was in a store buying a gift for my sister. The store assistant who served me listened to what I was looking for and then went on to search for the perfect gift as though it was for her sister. As the store assistant handed me the bag containing the perfect, beautifully wrapped gift, I received a call on my cell phone. I was finishing the call when I reached the front entrance of the store, and suddenly an unsettled feeling swept over me. I immediately returned to the store assistant who had helped me, and I not only thanked her, but I told her all the reasons why I was grateful to her and how much I appreciated everything she did for me. I showered her with gratitude's magic dust. Her eyes filled with tears, and the biggest smile you've ever seen swept across her face. How beautiful. Every action always has an equal reaction. Law of universe, yes. If you really mean it, when you say thank you, the other person will feel it. And you will not only have made another person feel really good, but your gratitude will fill you with an indescribable happiness. That day, I walked out of the store indescribably happy. I don't use magic dust only for the people who serve. I use gratitude's magical dust in all kinds of situations. When I say goodbye to my daughter before she drives to her home, I feel gratitude for her having arrived home safely. And I wave my fingers in the air and imagine sprinkling magic dust over her and her car. Sometimes I sprinkle magic dust on my computer before I begin a new project, or sprinkle magic dust ahead of me before I walk into a store to look for something in particular that I need. My daughter uses magic dust when she's driving. And if she sees another driver who seems to be stressed and is speeding, she sprinkles magical dust over them to help make them feel better and keep them safe. So it doesn't have to be acknowledged, or you don't have to let the person know. We can just do it for anyone and everyone and increase our own capacity to give gratitude and spread magics in other people's lives. Today, take gratitude's magical dust with you for the people who serve in service, who work in service. And look for every opportunity you can to sprinkle magic dust on everyone by saying thank you. Thank you. Thank at least 10 people who perform different services you benefit from today. It doesn't matter if you don't get the opportunity to do it in person. You can mentally acknowledge the person, the people whose services you benefit from. The magic dust will still reach them. As an example, mentally say to yourself, I'm really grateful to the cleaners who work through the early hours of the morning, making sure the streets are cleaned of trash every day. I've never really thought about how grateful I am for that service, which is run clockwise every day. Thank you. Make sure you keep count of the people in service you're grateful for, so that you know when you have thanked 10 different people for their services and sprinkle magic dust on them all. If you imagine the sparkling magic dust falling over people when you thank them, you have a picture of what really happens in the invisible and the power of gratitude. With this picture in your mind, it will help you to believe and know that the magic dust of gratitude really helps reach people, and that it will be available to help them to improve their lives. And every time you sprinkle magic dust over another person, it returns to you in your own life. If you're at home today, Sit down with a pen and journal or on your computer and go back to in your mind recalling instances where people in service went out of their way to serve you. It may have been someone on the phone, or it may have been a tradesperson who was determined to resolve a problem for you. Maybe you've received a great service from your mail person, the trash collectors, recycling companies, local store assistants. Make a written list of 10 practices and where people in service helped you. And send magic dust by saying thank you to every one of them. Today's practice, magic dust, everyone. Let's count our blessings. Let's make a list of 10 blessings. Right, we are grateful. Why we're grateful. The why is very important. Let's reread our list and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you mentally or verbally, however you want, and feel as much grateful for that blessing as you can. Today, sprinkle magic dust on 10 people who perform services you benefit from by thanking them directly or otherwise by mentally acknowledging and thanking them. Feel grateful to them for the service they perform. 3, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in your hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. 4th, read through tomorrow's practice today because the practice for day 11 begins when you first wake up. So I want to ask you all, do you want to read the practice or we do it tomorrow and practice it day after? That's what I've been doing with everyone. But you please guide, what do you want to do?
What?
So it says read 11th day practice today because it'll start tomorrow morning. So do you want to read tomorrow and do it day after?
And then practice later. Yes,
No, that makes more sense.
exactly.
Okay, I am a bit tired. I've had a very long day, in fact, days. So I really don't think I'm in that easy mood to do meditation. I don't want to guide it. So I'm going to take your leave. And I'm going to see you on, I think tomorrow the class is not there. Are you girls free tomorrow? Do you want to do it tomorrow or we do it Thursday?
I'm free. I can do tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm also free tomorrow. There's no.
So let's do tomorrow because Thursday I have my forum meeting. So anyways, we'll have to cancel it. So
Okay.
my class is postponed.